Have you ever felt tired of waiting? As if life is moving too slowly and your dreams should have arrived by now, but somehow they haven't? This is a story about patience, trust, and the quiet lessons life teaches when we try to rush what isn't ready. In a quiet village, surrounded by tall green trees and a deep, peaceful forest, there lived a young boy named Raffi. Raffi was gentle by nature, curious by heart, and full of big dreams. At night, he would lie under the open sky, watching the stars, imagining himself traveling far beyond his village, crossing mountains, rivers, and oceans. He dreamed of a bigger world and a brighter future. But Raffi had one weakness. He hated waiting. He wanted results, and he wanted them quickly. If something didn't happen fast, he believed it never would. Waiting made him restless. Delay made him lose hope. One cool morning, Raffi went into the forest to collect firewood for his mother. The ground was still damp from the night's rain, and the smell of wet earth filled the air. Sunlight filtered through the trees, and birds hopped from branch to branch, singing softly as if greeting the new day. As Raffi walked deeper into the forest, he suddenly heard a sound that made him stop. It was a faint, trembling cry. Not loud, not clear, but filled with fear. Raffi followed the sound carefully until he reached a small patch of grass. There, lying helplessly on the ground, was a tiny yellow bird. One of its wings was bent awkwardly. Its small chest moved fast as it struggled to breathe. Raffi knelt down slowly. His heart softened instantly. "It's okay," he whispered. "You're safe now." The bird couldn't speak, but its dark, shining eyes looked straight at him, as if begging for help. Raffi gently lifted the bird and held it close to his chest. It felt incredibly light, fragile, like a piece of sunshine that could break at any moment. Raffi took the bird home. He placed it in a small wooden box lined with soft cloth and cotton. He kept it near the window where warm sunlight fell every morning. He named the bird Suno, meaning the one who listens. Every day, Raffi took care of Suno. He brought tiny seeds, drops of water, and crumbs of soft bread. Slowly, the bird stopped trembling. Its eyes became brighter. But after a few days, Raffi's old impatience returned. "Why aren't you flying yet?" he muttered, staring at the bird. "You should be better by now." His mother overheard him and spoke gently, "Raffi, healing takes time. You cannot rush a journey. Patience is part of the cure." Raffi looked away. He didn't like that answer. Waiting felt like losing to him. That night, Raffi sat beside Suno's box. Moonlight filled the room, making everything quiet and silver. Suno opened its tiny eyes and looked at him. Raffi whispered, "If you don't try, how will you ever fly?" He believed he was helping, but deep inside, he was pushing, forcing, rushing. The next morning, before the sun fully rose, Raffi picked up Suno and walked back into the forest. The sky was painted with soft gold and pink. His heart beat fast with excitement. He placed the bird on a low branch. "Be brave," he said softly. "Spread your wings." Suno shook slightly, its body tense with fear, as if saying, "I'm not ready." But Raffi didn't understand. He gently pushed the bird upward. For a brief moment, there was silence. Then Suno flapped its wings wildly, trying to stay in the air. But the strength wasn't there yet. The bird fell, hitting the ground with a small, painful thud. Raffi gasped and ran forward. Suno lay still, frightened and weaker than before. Raffi's chest tightened. Guilt crushed him. Tears filled his eyes as he lifted the bird with shaking hands. "I'm sorry," he whispered again and again. "I'm so sorry." That night, Raffi didn't smile. He didn't talk much. He sat beside Suno, watching it sleep, feeling a deep pain inside his heart. Not anger. Not impatience. Regret. The questions echoed in his mind. Why did I rush? Why didn't I wait? Why didn't I listen? His mother sat beside him and placed a warm hand on his shoulder. "Raffi," she said softly, "sometimes things go wrong because we don't trust the timing." And sometimes, God delays something because He has a better plan than ours. Rafi looked at her, listening closely. God knows when we are ready, she continued. And He knows when the right moment comes. Our job is to trust. Those words felt like light entering a dark room. Rafi finally understood. Suno didn't need force. It needed time. And maybe Rafi needed time too. From that day on, Rafi changed. He cared for Suno with a newfound patience. He fed it gently, warmed its box every morning, and let it rest. He spoke softly and waited without complaining. Day by day, Suno grew stronger. Its wings stretched wider. Its movements became confident. One beautiful morning, the sky was clear and bright blue. Sunlight poured into the room. Rafi opened the box and froze. Suno stood tall, alert, full of energy. The bird hopped to the edge of the box and spread its wings, slowly and gracefully. Rafi carried Suno outside, but this time he didn't rush, he didn't push. He simply opened his hands, and Suno flew. Not a weak flutter, not a short jump, but a strong, beautiful flight across the sky. Rafi watched with tears in his eyes, his heart full of joy, peace, and understanding. In that moment, Rafi learned a lesson that stayed with him forever. Everything has its time. God's plan is always better than ours. Delays are not denials. Sometimes we are not ready yet. Sometimes the moment is still being prepared. So if you ever feel tired of waiting, if life feels slow, confusing, or unfair, remember this story. Remember the little bird who flew only when the time was right. Trust the journey. Trust the process. Trust God's timing. Every delay has a purpose. Thanks for watching. If this story touched you, please like and subscribe for more content that inspires and uplifts. Until next time, be patient with yourself and trust your path.